Well, good Tuesday morning to you. We're starting off rather chilly this morning. Temperatures are into the low 20s if you're heading out the door. 23 in the Springs, 20 in Pueblo, 24 in Westcliff. Seeing a negative reading here in Gunnison. So it is definitely chilly to start the day. By this afternoon, we'll look a little bit better. Here's the temperatures for the afternoon highs into the upper 40s in the Springs, 51 in Pueblo, 52 in Canyon City. I know we've been talking about it, but if you do have any outdoor activities that you need to do, any chores of any sort, getting the Christmas lights up, today is probably the day to do it because we do have some changes that are on the way. Now, for the rest of the day, we're just going to see some increasing cloud coverage throughout. No notable weather conditions to go over. We are going to start to see some snow showers starting into the high country and along I-70 there. But for the most part, things are looking good for today. Now, as we go into tomorrow, starting very early in the morning, wee hours of the morning, we're talking till 8 p.m. at night. Winter weather advisory is in place for places along I-25 for some heavier snow. Snow potential still possible to the eastern plains, but the heaviest along I-25. So here's why. We go over the ingredients here because everything is setting up pretty nicely for us. So in the upper levels, there is a troughing feature that is starting to come down, and you can see it start to swing through. It's going to bring the necessary lift and also the energy, if you see it comes through there, for us to get that snowfall, but also combine that with a cold front that's at the surface. Right now it's to the north of us. It's going to be working its way through our area throughout the day. That's going to reinforce some very cold air as we go into tomorrow. You know, we need the cold air to see some snow. It should be a given. 29 in the Springs tomorrow, 26 in Monument, 29 in Denver, 32 in Pueblo. So with temperatures being at the freezing point or even sub-freezing, it allows the column of cold air, and we're getting those flakes to continue to thrive all the way to the surface. With that cold front in place, it also changes the wind direction at the surface. You'll notice that wind goes through the plains. Notice all the wind components. It's all easterly there. It's pointing into the hills, into the mountains. With that being said, getting a little bit more lift with it, and that's why along I-25 we have the most amount of snowfall. So I have this for Tuesday at 12 p.m. because you'll notice we start to get some snow showers into the higher terrain first. We get a little lull in the day before we start to get some preliminary showers along the Palmer Divide and into Teller County, and then it really starts to kick off after midnight. We're going to see it first in the Denver metro area. We need that cold front with the energy to come down, and that's when we start to get the heavier bands of snow coming down. You can see it in the darker colors there. Notice here 7:15 a.m. is when I have it paused. Morning commute, going to schools, stuff like that could be a little bit impacted. You'll notice we have a lot of heavy snow that comes by midday, starts to taper off in the Pikes Peak region. We start to shift our attention down to the south towards Trinidad, Wassenberg, Westcliff, those areas. It tapers off by Wednesday evening. Here's totals. This is what we're talking. I've compiled it all into one map here. 1 to 4 inches into the Pikes Peak region, 2 to 4 down to the south, 5 to 10 in some of the higher communities. So we're looking at a pretty decent snowfall, much more than we had overnight the last couple of nights. So temperature trend, you'll notice that we have that cold air into the mix. It starts to lift off as we go into Thursday and into the weekend, which is good news. Back to more seasonable temperatures, and you'll see that onto the 7-day forecast here. Thursday, a little below normal, but then we start the uptick, and by the weekend, we're back into the upper 40s and into the 50s in some spots. So we're looking good. We have one isolated day where we have a lot of wintry weather in the mix, and we dry out going to the weekend. Here's a look at the 7-day forecast for Colorado Springs. Mild day today, wintry weather for tomorrow, then we're dry.